And we are back. I know I ran the same commercial twice, but damn it, I didn't have enough time to put in all of our sponsors. But yes, guys, support us here on Momentum Media. Like I said, we're doing big things. If you want to be a contributor here, you can join our Patreon. We have, I think, just one tier on there, just as of right now, where you can get exclusive content to Patreon, where you get to see it before it hits my YouTube channel. And also, guys, you get a clear interaction with me as I continue to build up more content for the channel. And if you can't be a Patreon supporter, but you want to donate, down here at the ticker where it says donate to my channel, there's my Cash App. A brother is trying to make another income on his content, just like everybody else here on YouTube. So if you want to be a supporter here and you can't be a Patreon supporter, here's another way you can support us. All right, you guys, we're about to jump into our final topic before we get into our Momentum fan question. And our final topic today is that it's being rumored that Spider-Man 4, according to Jeff Snyder, will be Tom Holland's potential last movie. But in that report, Jeff Snyder did not talk about Miles Morales debuting in Spider-Man 4. However, he did say, it is in Marvel's next calendar. It's in the phase, I believe, phase 6 calendar year before we get to see Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty. Now, over the internet, over the interwebs, it's been rumored that Miles Morales will make his debut as a live action character in Spider-Man 4. We all know that Miles Morales right now is making his movie run in the animated movies Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse, and then also now Beyond the Spider-Verse. Now, once Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, Lord and Miller did say that will be the last of the trilogy. Now, we don't know if they'll continue the animated route. We do think that they will transition to a live action route, but nothing has been confirmed by Disney. Now, I'm going to say this, and I don't know if this is going to get me into trouble, but I want to preface by what I'm saying, that this is clear speculation, and I've only heard this from one person. And this person transitioned out of the movie. Well, he still works in the movie space, but not for this particular studio anymore. So when I emailed Sony for a comment, they did say they declined to comment if Miles Morales is going to be in Spider-Man 4. They even declined to comment if Spider-Man 4 is even a thing. However, the person I talked to who works in this space, he said they already have a Miles Morales short list of actors. And he told me just 3 of the actors that Sony has met with in regards to playing Miles Morales. Now, I had their names listed, but for some reason, I cannot pull them up on my computer. However, I do have their photos, so I'm going to pull them up as we go. So if you guys are fans of, I guess, Power Rangers, this is the last time I seen this actor was in the Power Rangers movie. This actor, CJ, he was in the Power Rangers movie. They're saying that the guy I spoke to said that Sony has met with this actor in regards to potentially playing Miles Morales. There's another actor that I was told that they were met, which I'm about to pull up now. And I know for my podcast listeners, obviously you can't see it because you're listening to this. But at the same time, if you want to go back and see, you will see it on my YouTube channel. This is another actor that they have reached out to. If anyone who's fans of Cobra Kai, they said they've reached out to this actor here. Again, I'm sorry. I cannot remember the names. I did write them down, but for whatever reason, they're not pulling up on my computer. Yeah. And then I have one more actor that he told me. I wanted to make sure I had it correct, which is this actor who's actually met with Tom Holland. They actually have a photo, like a selfie together. These are the 3 actors that they are considering to potentially be Miles Morales. Now, the person who told me this was the same person who told me that Miles Morales was going to make a cameo in Spider-Man Far From Home. That did not happen, obviously. This is also the same person who told me that the X-Men was going to appear in the Marvels movie. Like some of the X-Men was going to appear in the Marvels movie, which that actually did happen.
Now, so he got a 50-50 chance. Okay.
50-50 chance. Now, I will say this. I don't believe this report at all. See this, and I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you why I don't believe this. Because one, I believe if Tom Holland's going to come back for Spider-Man 4, Marvel and Sony are going to make him do more than more than one last Spider-Man movie.
Hmm.
And if they are going to include Miles Morales may be introduced into this movie, and he may even get his powers, but we may not see him be the Miles Morales Spider we know until Spider-Man 5. So I think we'll get an introduction of him in 4, but what I'm saying I don't believe is I don't believe that this is Tom Holland's last movie, and I also don't believe that that if Sony did talk to these actors, they talked to them early on. The reason why most of these actors that I have on the screen that I've shown, they're older now. Miles is about when he first became Spider-Man was like 15, 14. He was much younger than Peter was. Now it's the MCU. They can definitely do the ages, and all of them still look young to play on Miles Morales. However, most of these actors I've shown are doing other projects now currently, and I checked their IMDb's. Usually, if they are being rumored for something, it would pop up are their IMDb. Now, IMDb is not a perfect website to look at in regards to certain credits because there's certain things that they have done that are probably not listed on their IMDb page. However, I do believe that Sony probably has spoken to a few actors, maybe these, I'm not sure. However, I don't believe the report initially that this is Tom Holland's last movie, and I don't believe that this is the official short list of actors because I feel like when they were the reason why I say that they went through a strenuous process of casting their Peter Parker. I feel like they're going to do the same thing for Miles Morales. That's just my thought about it. Now, after seeing those photos, Ian, seeing the reports, now again, this is all speculation. I don't know this for a fact. Okay, so I'm not saying that this is fact or not. However, However, if it is fact, Ian, which one of these actors would you like to see play Miles? Do you believe the report? And do you think that this could potentially be Tom Holland's last go as Spider-Man?
Well, first, I don't believe the report. Second of all, out of all three of those choices, I would probably go with the Cobra Kai guy just because I think he's the youngest, and I think you should start young and go on. Have the character grow with the actor.
Mhm.
I agree with AK right here though. Like I think all those guys are black. Miles got to be mixed. He's got to be black and Hispanic.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so I don't believe any of those guys were. I would prefer it that way. I know that the voice actor I don't think is, but at the same time, that's just
Mhm.
the voice actor. I don't care
Right.
about that. But like live action though, yeah,
Mhm.
I would. If we can't, put our heads together and find a working black and Hispanic actor, we got to go with an unknown. That's just my thing, and that's okay. You can be unknown and make your name, so that's cool. As a Spider-Man 4, dude, I would rather Miles Morales not be in it. I would. Tom Holland has so much more, or that Spider-Man has so much more story to tell. Like nobody knows who he is now. He has no
Mhm.
girlfriend. He has no aunt or uncle,
Mhm.
and he's just basically on his own. Probably doesn't even have a job either. Like now we can introduce it's feel like those first three movies were his origin story. Honestly,
Right.
now he can go to the Daily Bugle. Now he can, be the photographer guy. Now he can do the New York stuff because all we've done is seen him do big shit. We've seen him in space. We've seen him in Europe. We've seen, he's not really been in the city doing like what we know him for doing. So like
Mhm.
now, I think it's the time to start doing that. Make him a little
Mhm.
bit more grounded. It's a little too to me. It's a little too early to be passing the baton when you just getting started. He just stowed his own suit. He doesn't need the training wheels from Iron Man anymore. So that's my opinion. I think it would be a very big mistake to introduce him that early. Now, do I want to see Miles Morales live action? Absolutely. I think a great place to introduce him would be a multiverse version of him in Secret Wars. Have all the
Mhm.
Spider people come together and stuff like that. And then after Tom Holland's done with his, yeah, let's get into Miles Morales. I prefer Miles Morales Spider Man over Peter Parker's anyway, but I'm also a big fan of Tom Holland's and that story. So like, look, let's not force anything like Sony does all the time. Let's flesh out the story, make it make sense, and then pass the baton. I just think it's too early. And yeah, and get the casting correct, like AK said.
Right, right. And I 100% actually agree with AK and what you were saying earlier. Like I said, I don't believe this report. I don't believe that this is a short list. They may have had conversations, I don't know, but I don't believe that this is short list because it's too early. And like Ian said, we haven't seen Peter go to college. We haven't seen him struggle with rent. We haven't seen him become the young Peter. Like, for instance, we're seeing Tom Holland become the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, where Tobey was taking pictures for the Daily Bugle, where he was working odd jobs just to make ends meet and also meeting with his family. But now that no one knows who he is, I will say this. I think it will be harder for this version of Spider-Man to work for a newspaper, given the fact that we're in the age where people don't read newspapers anymore. However, that doesn't mean he still can't be a photographer.
Yeah, yeah, change it up. I mean, they did it with J. Jonah Jameson. Instead of making him, a guy that runs a newspaper stand, he's like a Alex Jones figure. Like, and it worked.
Yeah.
Be creative. Be creative. That's
you
all we
could
have.
you could have said anybody but Alex Jones.
Hey, he was on his shit though.
Yo, I can see that comparison too. I'm like, wow. I was thinking more so Tucker Carlson, but that's spot on right there. That's spot but yeah, I don't necessarily believe this report, but at the end of the day, I think personally, Spider-Man needs Miles Morales needs to fit the mold of the character because his mom is Puerto Rican and he is black as well. And he does live in the center of Brooklyn. In certain iterations, he lives in Harlem. So I would love to have that Brooklyn Harlem feel of that character with where he's split down the middle. He has his black heritage, but he also has his Puerto Rican heritage. And I would love to see the introduction of his friends like Genki and other people in his life. So I would love to see that. What do you guys think? Do you guys believe that Sony has a short list of actors? Do you believe that these actors could potentially be Miles Morales? Do you think that? Do you believe the report out of overall that Tom Holland's last go around in Spider-Man 4? Jump into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.